watching a movie yesterday.
You mean the movie that we're reviewing next week? 3 Dimes Reviews, 3dimesreviews.com. See it? Check us out on YouTube at 3 Dimes Reviews. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
Why don't you get live on the YouTubes?
We are.
We're live. We are live. That's fantastic.
So this is our Tuesday program. And on Tuesdays, we tell...
What are you, fucking 80?
A program?
This is local.
If
local
3 Dimes
channel,
Reviews is your preferred stories, hit us up.
local channel 12. Your news and entertainment value comes to you direct from 3 Dimes Reviews.
News and weather together.
News and weather together.
We had an astonishing 12 views on our last video, so I can't wait to see what you boys and girls come up with this week. I mean, we can't expect you to all be here all the time. So that's why we leave it out there. You can download it anytime, right? Right?
You can watch it any time. It's always out there. We just want to connect live.
Let's see if I can.
So last week we got a little bit with Uncle Dan. Let's call him Uncle Dan because I feel like I'm talking to my children right here, right now. Hey, Uncle Dan. Dan's coming over.
Don't they call him Daddy?
Shut the fuck up. They might. They have my left-handed son does. Left-handed people stick together. That's what he said.
Left-handed. My kid's left-handed. My mom's
Your
left-handed.
your kid's left-handed?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
She's like confused though.
You're not getting the surgery?
To reverse that shit.
They can fix that now.
Yeah.
How did they fix it?
How would they do such a thing?
They put another right arm on your left arm. They say cut off your left arm and they give you
Two right hands.
two right.
Starts off with a little nub and like grows
My
out
brother-
like
my-
a T-Rex arm.
My brother always talks about him being left-handed and him. I'm gonna die because left-handed people don't live as long as right-handed people. They say.
That's true.
So-
They're usually careless.
And yeah, well, I don't know. It's weird. Like, is that true?
Who are they?
Google.
That's what Google says.
Google.
That's Google's preferred pronoun right now.
They.
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 Them.
They,
Yeah,
them.
Well, you know what? I would like to be called a they. That's reference to a very popular someone that's rich. They. No.
I don't know. I think that's more you people.
So
No, that sounds like a bad thing to say. Like you people. Like you people.
no, it's when you say people like you. that's when the guns come out. People like you. You know how they are.
So, Jay, what'd you do this week? Obviously, by the way you walked in here, it looks like you've been doing a considerable amount of lounging.
You cutting on my blue pants? They're beautiful. I didn't do anything. I always work. I work hard, and I'm a hard worker. I didn't have any fun. Actually, wait, I did watch the Bucks game.
Yeah, man.
Beautiful. It was
Bucks are
amazing.
crazy.
It was probably one of the best, most exciting games I've ever seen because I thought they were going to lose. They were down by 12 for the whole fourth quarter, and they just came back at the end with 1 minute left.
Did they put Scottie Pippen in?
No, he was on the sidelines, and he played for Chicago, I think, last, didn't he? Chris, help me out with my
I don't know.
basketball.
He might have got traded. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I didn't do anything. I went to, no, actually, wait, I did do something. Fuck, how did I forget this? I went to the casino and watched a comedian.
Oh, yeah, how was the comedy
Forgot
show?
her name. Forgot her name already.
Sorry,
it was
you're
okay.
You're biased against female comics anyways.
No, man, I am not.
Biases are fine. You can have a bias.
Yeah.
Biased
That's fine.
opinion about women being funny.
Well,
Okay, now, how many...
That's the way you put it, I guess.
I guess there is a lot more men comedians than there are women. But if you had to put in some type of ratio or a percentage, what would you find more funny? If they were all the same, like guys and girls.
You're adding them all up. Adding up.
Like, okay,
laughs.
now because there's more guy comedians than there is girls. So if there were the same of both,
Okay.
you'd be more into the guys or the girls.
Well,
Say you listen to 10 comedians, okay? 10 guys and 10 girls. The 10 girls will take you longer to find. But are you going to like the 10 guys more?
It's flashing
10
on the
girls?
screen too on YouTube.
Is it really?
It just did.
Okay. What do you think?
We've got some type of fault going in our system here.
Answer the question because I don't remember what I even asked.
No, I mean, comedy's subjective. There's lots of comedians I find funny that are men. There's lots of comedians I find funny that are women. Don't try trapping me into your sexist nonsense. Last week off mic when you're like, women can't drive and they ain't fucking funny.
You are such a liar.
Off mic.
Off mic.
Hot mic.
You and your off mic bullshit. You can say whatever you want off mic.
All right, who's watching on the YouTubes? Is anyone watching?
No. Well, there's one. I think that's you though, Chris.
So we do this every week, you guys. 3 times
Whether you
reviews.
come or not.
We're gonna keep doing it.
Just like when I have sex.
It's not.
I don't care whether you come. I'm doing it anyway.
Bingo. That's the kind of gems. What were we calling them?
Oh my God.
What? Zingers? We talking zingers?
My zinger.
Jay Zingers. That's the kind of zingers you get on this podcast. Yeah.
Zingers with Jay.
No.
That's my zinger.
That's a button that plays when Jay starts talking about women.
Shut up.
All they're good for is making babies. I'm like, settle down, Jay. It's like I'm fired up right now.
I just love that you can make things up the top of your head and people will believe you. That's the problem. That's not fair for me.
Why? They all come from truth.
They don't. That's not the truth. Chris, is that the truth?
No.
Why are you dragging Chris
No.
in?
Yeah, don't put me in the middle of this.
You said
Mom and
no.
Dad
You said
always-
no. You said no. Yeah, you said no.
Jay's the best tiler. I mean, Tony, tiling. You guys fighting about tiling?
No, we're not
And
going
Mom
to.
and Dad are fighting about tiling again.
No, Tony's complaining that I haven't signed up for this tile course that you pay $600 to do, and then it makes you in this little group of tile people that completed this stupid ass fucking mock-up tile job that they have you do. And he's complaining that I haven't signed up yet for it. Because he doesn't want to do it alone. He's afraid to do it alone. You said
I'm not
you've
doing
been
it alone.
But you said you've been afraid to do
My
it.
boy Mark's doing it with me.
Of course.
You're just coming to compete.
Is this like the America's Next Great Baker or whatever? Europe's Next Great Baker?
Yeah, they should make it like
What's
into
like a
TV
competition show?
No, you get it. Okay, there's a timeline.
I bet you I could do it
I think it's
faster
like
than both of you.
Yeah, but everything would be wrong.
It would fall down
I'm
fast.
almost willing to pay.
What?
I would pay half the admission fee for the test to have Chris do the hands-on test.
I'm in. You guys underestimate me.
Dude,
You
with,
think
with no training?
Oh my God! Imagine him going there all
No-
cocky.
the concept? Oh, I'm
no
cocky.
tools.
No, I'd
no
have
tools.
to. You have to
No,
bring
he's
your own
gotta-
tools.
He's
Yeah,
gonna
you
be
have to bring
like,
out tools.
Oh, you guys got to give me tools.
he's
I
gonna
can't
be
go
like,
without tools.
Can I bum a margin trowel?
No,
I only
he's got-
need it for a minute.
He's gonna get everything from Home Depot, the cheapest tools
The
you can
day
buy.
of. The first hour of the test is going to be him unboxing. It's an 8-hour test.
I can do 8 hours.
Dude,
So-
that should be your punishment, but it's too expensive of a punishment to do.
I've spent more on punishments.
I think you two are underestimating my ability. I think that I would have an okay time at it. We're talking what? We're setting some
You get-
tiles on
what
the.
it-
We're setting some tiles on the wall, right?
On
On the floor.
And the floor.
On the floor,
Yeah.
just flooring, just
Floor-
doing a floor test.
Four walls, but you have to do the returns. You have to do the edging. You have to do a pattern in the floor. You have to do the grouting, the ceiling. They check all the stuff that
Okay.
you do, like
Okay.
the coverage you have underneath the top. Like after you're done doing the test, they actually take it apart and look at everything that
Okay.
you've done,
to make sure that I
Yeah.
use the appropriate.
so that the coverage is right, or the caulk is done correctly, that water won't seep into the. I don't know. There's a lot of dumb shit that they.
I think that if I watched this old house episode.
No, you would have to go into
and
it
got
blind.
$300 to go to Home Depot. I think I could do what I need to do. I'd be out there with a square little
Chris, it would be-
mason's trowel.
It would be so much fun because all these people taking it are so financially invested in this test.
And then there's just
that
some
they're
guy-
trying so hard. And then Chris walks up to him with a tile in one hand and a hammer in the other. How do I cut this fucking thing?
wearing khakis and a fucking collared shirt. Like I'm ready for work.
What's up, Dan, Milwaukee?
No, I'm telling you guys, I got skills.
Chris brings a pair of scissors.
Chris's camera is still flashing.
Yeah,
Son
that's
of
what
a
I'm saying,
bitch.
Dan.
Dude, I don't know. Look, you know what? Sometimes I just buy cheap shit.
The fucking machine, the
Okay.
camera can't take the whole set of me straight through. It's got to
It
take
is
a break.
flashing. Why is your camera suck? Okay, the people that are watching the podcast or listening to the podcast can't see this or whatever.
Chris, you on a Victor or you on a Jadfreezy?
Mine's a Victor.
He's a Victor. All right, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna get into our stories. Chris
Probably has something to do with the battery.
said you didn't have a story, but you're gonna have to. You're
All
gonna
right,
think
I
of
got
one.
a story. I'll
Oh,
tell.
you do?
I got a story to tell.
You want to do it right this
So-
second?
Sure.
Okay.
So what we do here is we're going to each tell a story, and then we're going to rate what's the best story, right? So my story doesn't have a lot of meat in the middle of it here, but I was in Vegas a few years ago, probably more than a few. I would say a dozen years ago, right?
Sure.
And I'm there for like 3 days. And at the time, now marijuana is completely legal in Nevada. They have stores. You can go in and buy it. You can get whatever you want. They have smoking areas where you can smoke it, I believe, in Vegas, and it's all whatever, right? But at the time, it was a felony, I think, to be in possession of marijuana in Nevada, or like 20 years or some shit, right? But I was there, wanted to party, so I wanted to get some weed. So I found a guy on the street, right? And I find him on this overpass of the strip. So you're in the little walking things. He's, oh, yeah, man, I got this stuff, he says. And he shows me this bag. And it looks fantastic. I'm like, sweet, good bag of weed. Give him the money. He gives me the bag. I kind of just put it in my pocket and walk away because I don't want to get into any trouble. Get back to the hotel room. Little while later, open up the bag I got. Was all basically sticks and stems and a bunch of dirt weed because he had shown me the good one from his right pocket, gave me the bad one out of his left after he took my money.
You didn't expect it after you took it
I
from
was
him?
concerned because of our current
Oh, so
location
you wanted to get out
above
of there.
the strip on the Las Vegas Strip where it was completely illegal to be in possession.
You wanted to flee.
Yeah.
And
Flee
you-
the scene.
You thought he might be a cop?
You didn't know. Yeah, it was like a grab and go and get the hell out of there, man. No, I don't think. Is that a thing where cops will come up to you and try to sell you weed?
Isn't that entrapment?
I don't know.
I don't think they can do that.
I used to do a lot of stupid things when I was younger.
I don't think they can do that.
Last time I was in Vegas, I had 3 separate people come up to me in all different places and ask me to buy cocaine from them.
Yeah, there was. I mean, I think that's
Did they give you
a
like?
thing you do in Vegas. I've never done cocaine. It's not. I've experimented with a lot of drugs in my day, but never. cocaine.
Never cocaine. Neither have I.
I'm
But
too
it's
afraid.
something.
I like.
You're too afraid you'll like it,
I
right?
know I'll love it.
I know that's my thing too. Like
but
I
you're-
smoked cigarettes. Now I'm addicted to nicotine vapor. I drink beer.
Now
Like,
cocaine. Tony, I think that it would mess with your heart. You can't even eat hot stuff. I'm fucking your heart.
Yeah, this is true.
Don't bring cocaine into the story.
That's
You would
what I'm
be
saying.
Dead.
yeah, I don't mess around
and
with
then
it either.
and then that's the problem. I'd love it, and I'd be like, okay, this is a special
You
occasion
die in a
thing,
year.
A Tuesday.
and it'd just be like,
Oh, I got done. I got
I'm
the job
lonely
done.
on a Wednesday. I
Yeah.
already know. I can't fuck with stuff like
I never
that.
did that shit either.
Well-
But that's my story, boys. I didn't have much
All
of
right,
a
that's fine.
story set planned. Jay told me to think of an old story, so I didn't think of anything new. And
No, you didn't have a story. That's the
But
problem.
no, I had that written down. Me getting bamboozled in Vegas is what I wrote
All right.
down.
Well, I'm going to tell my story next because I know Tony's he's got a story, and it's always going to take a little bit longer than
Man,
mine.
now that I think about it, there's so many other good Vegas stories I gotta tell that are way.
Do you want
better
to wrap
than
another one into that?
Nah, we'll save it
Dude.
for another day.
Tell us about the time you got the toot.
The what?
The toot.
What's the toot?
I don't know. It just sounds funny.
Oh, the toot. I do have a hooker story for you, actually. It's not my story, but I was involved.
And that's how I got AIDS.
I was involved. So this was a more recent time when I was in Vegas. I was out there, and we used to go to Vegas kind of a bit. My grandparents lived out in Utah, so I'd go there and then
That's not even the same state, bro.
Well, no, but they're all right there in the four corners. But I go out there and, there'd be,
It's weird that you wouldn't switch the camera to the guy talking. You would switch the camera
He's
to
going
you
behind me
getting up
anyways.
and walking.
So
You're a fucking terrible producer, Jay.
he just walked in front of the camera, too.
I'm having enough trouble just thinking. Trying to push buttons and thinking
You
at
ain't
the
even
same time.
fucking doing anything.
Motherfucker, I'm changing the camera to each person that's talking. You know how hard that is?
Doubt- I think we need to get Liam involved in this.
No, he's 15 years old. He ain't going to do that. And he has a rash right now, so no. Oh, wait, that
Is that
sounded
your
weird,
story?
didn't it?
The rash.
We're going to talk about the mysterious rash.
Skip my story, man. Go to the rash.
No, are you going to tell us something else,
All right,
Chris,
so-
or otherwise I'm
yeah,
going to go?
The hooker story.
Okay, give me
So
your-
or prostitute, basically. So we were in Vegas. My friend decided to meet us there in Vegas. And he got a room in some shitty hotel down the strip by Hooters. And
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
yeah. Well, so he got some shitty hotel. So he's out. We're out one night, and these girls are talking to us. We're thinking nothing of it. You know, I'm married at the time, I think, but I had nothing to do with the hookers.
But we all know you don't take it very seriously.
Jeremy,
so.
fuck off. No, fuck that. You guys could joke about me not doing things every day with my wife, but you cannot joke about my love and adoration for my wife. I am a faithful man to my wife.
What are you
tried
doing
and
this
true.
weekend? I don't know. What are you doing?
It's because we don't spend every goddamn minute each other. You guys,
Y'all want to do something this weekend?
No, I got plans.
but anyways, we quickly realized they were hookers, right? Because why are these beautiful women talking to our stupid asses sitting at the bar?
Yeah, sure.
So anyways, night goes on. I split from the guy. He's doing his own thing. We're doing our own thing. Me and my wife together, hanging out. Can you believe it?
No.
And
You guys were in the same state.
So by apparently, so by the end of the night, I get we're leaving Vegas. I gotta go. We decided to rent ATVs, and we're out in the middle of nowhere renting ATVs, driving around at like 8 a.m. We got the ATV. We figured out the trail to get out in the middle of the woods, the wilderness, not the woods, but the wilderness. And I get a text message from my guy. Dude, I just got robbed by a hooker. He apparently brought this girl back to his hotel room. She was doing the thing for him there, giving him a blowjob. He had apparently either fell asleep or went into the bathroom, and when he came out, she took all of his shit, his phone, or no, maybe he had his phone, but she took his wallet, all his money, everything.
He called you from a payphone.
It sounds like Tony's
And
movie
he's like,
picked.
he
Weekend away.
This happened so quick that he woke up, or in a half of an hour, he noticed that she was gone with all his stuff or something. She had gone to the, the display?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
Okay.
Yeah.
She had gone to the ATM, tried to take out 500, then 5,000, or 5,000, then 500, then like took
Oh my God.
tried to take all his money.
Trifling assholes.
Yeah. And then the cops are like, so who was it? And he's like, I don't fucking know who this girl was. She was wearing a leopard shirt and cheetah pants or something. And the cops called and they're like, I think we found her. She's with her friend. They're like, we need you to come down and ID them. He comes down there and he goes in. The one girl had cheetah pants on and the one other girl had leopard top. And he's like, no, it was one girl wearing both these things. Dude,
Her name was obviously Savannah, right?
something. I don't know, man.
Well, how many times you been to Vegas?
I used to go there quite a bit.
Holy shit.
I've probably been there 10 times.
Is it something you have to experience in your life? Like
You've not been
No.
to Vegas?
No,
Oh,
no.
dude. Why?
Jay couldn't handle.
we're talking about.
Like,
We're talking about.
You can drink while walking down the street there.
Why couldn't I handle it?
It's all
because
gambling,
at
all
6 o'clock
girls,
in the
all
morning.
money, all everything, always, all the time, forever, always, never sleeps, just goes and goes and goes, and you can do anything you want, and no one will tell you no.
I can't handle
Like
it.
at all.
I can't handle it because I drink too much, or what?
you could barely be contained in the Wisconsin Dells. I am not dealing with you in
what are you
Vegas.
talking about? I was well behaved there.
Vegas is the funnest place on earth, but it is also a super fucking dangerous place.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the people that live
Move
there.
your camera down. You can see like
Tony's just barely
your
see him.
chin.
Yeah, you're slouching too much.
The people that are there that live there, their
They
their
hate-
only goal is to fucking rob you of something.
I mean,
Like
kinda.
that's their thing. Like
Rob you of a good time, or rob you of your money? It's Tony. All right, so I'm gonna go into my story. My story is more of a. It's not a funny story at all. It's a very dangerous story, actually. And again, it's an older story. It involves family. It involves fighting. Actually, in this story, I was sober. This is different. You know, this is the first sober story that I've told since we started this. So, I would say 15 years ago. So, yes, 15 years ago, my wife was pregnant. My cousin was at a party. He got his ass whooped, like really bad. Guys jumped him, fucked him up. And then I got a call at like 1:30 in the morning from his cousin, his sister, and a couple other dudes saying, we got to go over to this party and get revenge for Tyler. He just got beat up. And they show me all these pictures of my cousin.
I've met Tyler. I'm assuming that happened often.
What? Does he got beat up?
Yeah, I figure everywhere he goes, he kind of gets his ass kicked a little. I don't know.
So he was messed up pretty bad. They jumped him. So, like I said, they called me up. I was sober. I was actually my girlfriend at the time, pregnant. She just left my parents' house. I still live with my parents, yes. And I was like, I can't do that. I can't go with you guys. I'm sorry, because they're asking me to go there and resolve this and fuck him up or something. I don't know. They had no plan. I was like, I can't. I got a kid on the way. I can't. And they just show me some pictures of him. I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, fine.
Fine, let's go rape these guys.
Where is it? Where is this? The party's still going on. This is a whole house, mind you. And there's fucking, I don't know. There was probably like 30 dudes there. So it
One
was.
girl.
I know. It was a sausage party.
Like most of Jay's parties he went to when he was a kid.
So I'm like, oh, fuck. All right, fine. Pick me up. So it was me, two other guys, and my cousin, which was a girl. So I'm like,
And your dad and his tiny whities.
Yeah, tiny whities.
Let's go.
How am I going to go into this place and cause ruckus with two people that can't fight and a girl? So I'm like, fuck, what am I going to do?
You brought
What do you
your
think I did?
nunchucks.
What do you think I did? I called up Dan.
Of course, Danny.
I called up Dan. He had two
You guys get to the party, open the car door. You and Dan are fighting your way to the door with each other.
So we get to the house. At this point, we know the guy's name. We know who we're looking for. I called Dan up. I was like, I can't go in with these two guys and a girl.
Was it
I'm gonna get
Massimo?
whooped. Massimo. No, there was no sex in this.
Okay.
And then Dan bring over. Okay, so Dan, I called up Dan. He's like, yeah, I got your back. It's our cousin. So he brings over two fucking big ass punk rock Chicago dudes with him in this crusty ass fucking broke down car. Just you could hear it coming down the street. It was that bad. We were waiting for him outside of the house. So he pulls up.
For
Danny
for
runs on
backup.
Dan time.
Dude pulls up. My brother pulls up, and I'm there with 2 dudes and a girl, and he pulls up with these 2 huge dudes, and they actually come out of the car with guns. I'm like, dude, it's not that kind of party, man. No, put those
is
back.
now.
So they put those back and they get bats. I'm like, all right, fine, that's a little better. So we get to the house, I get to the front door. I kick that shit in like a fucking Navy SEAL or whatever.
And then he realizes it was the doggy door.
No one else can fit through, Jay.
Doggy door, he said.
Kablamo. Kablow.
Dude, I was like the SWAT team kicking that door down. So I kicked the door down. As right when we got in there, there was the one dude on the couch. Dan's 2 buddies, my brother's 2 buddies, ran in, grabbed that fucker, and chucked him across the room. I was like, it's not that guy. Leave him alone. They had him pinned to the ground with the bat, choking him. It's like, leave him alone. They left that guy alone. We went into the kitchen. There was like 2 or 3 other guys there. I don't know who they were. They were coming out of their bedrooms like, what the fuck's going on? What the fuck's going on? And at this point, we're yelling this guy's name out that beat my cousin up. I didn't know. Actually, I didn't know who he was. So I was yelling his name. And then from
Massimo.
from the basement comes up like 15, 20 dudes. And we're standing in this kitchen. I mean, it's a decent-sized kitchen, downtown kitchen. We're standing in this kitchen. Me, my brother, these 2 big
Making
fuckers.
omelets.
These 2 big fucking dudes and whatever else. And we're standing there, and then out of the pack of guys that came out, we're screaming this guy's name, and he finally pushes his way through the pack because they're coming up like the basement stairs. So they're all crowded around the basement door going into the basement. And he comes out, and I was like, there he is. My brother runs at him, fucking grabs him, starts choking him, and all these guys just start piling out of the fucking basement like cockroaches. Like when you when you pull a baseboard out of someone's wall or out of their wall, and then all these cockroaches start pouring out.
Yeah, probably in the houses you work in.
Yeah, shut up. Fuck you.
So like so many roaches.
So it was bad. It was like, oh, fuck, here we go. So these fucking big guys are swinging the bats around, knocking dudes down the ground. Guys are flying through the air. It was like a fucking circus. So Dan got away from the guy, and then I got to the guy. I put him in a clench hold around his neck, and I gave him
Greco-Roman.
I gave him a flying knee to the face, and he drops to the ground, and he's laying on the ground, and this puddle of blood, because I think I got him in the nose or the chin, starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I was terrified. I killed him because I only hit him 1 time. I put him in a clench, just gave him a flying knee to the face. And then Dan, after the blood starts like just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I was like standing there like in shock because I thought I killed him.
In it.
No, Dan starts stomping on his face with his fucking steel toe shoes. And he's got these fucking...
Luckily, he didn't die, and he's only paraplegic now.
Yeah, right? No, Dan's got these... He's got these punk rock shoes, so they got really big heels and steel toes. So he's stomping on his face.
And safety pins.
Yeah.
That was the thing, right?
Yeah, it was. Tight-ass
So
pants.
punk.
Tight-ass pants, fucking yellow hair, spiked up into a
Yeah.
mohawk.
Chuck Taylors.
So I had to grab Dan off of this dude because he kept stomping on his face, and I thought he was already dead after the 1 hit that I gave him. And all these other guys around there just were terrified after that. They just started running away like another animal or insect that runs away from you. Help me out with that.
Cockroach.
Cockroach.
They cockroach.
So they all start running away. And then we chase a couple of them outside. We tackle them on the ground, and then we left. But it was surreal because it was nice to get the revenge for my family, but also I could not fall asleep because I thought I killed him. I thought I was going to be arrested in the morning. I thought he was going to be dead because I tell you, he wasn't moving, and he was just. I mean, not only my kick, it was my brother stomping his fucking heel and kicking. It was gross. It was.
I
it
don't
was
like
so
fighting.
graphic.
I don't like fighting. I'm not a big fan.
I've
The only
never
reason-
been in a situation.
I was
like
totally
this,
sober.
but I watched a movie like this one time.
Which movie?
And I
Nick?
felt
Let me
weird
hear
about it.
Let me hear the movie.
I don't remember the movie. I mean, it was a long time ago. It's probably the movie that you're stealing the story from.
So yeah, you're trying to say that I'm telling you the story of the movie.
Yeah.
Like when I go, I was a janitor when I was younger, and I saw these math equations on this chalkboard, and I just kind of figured them out. I just used to do that all the time when I was a
Well,
janitor.
when I was a janitor, I lived with 5 guys. One of them killed a police horse.
So the end of the story.
Buttercup.
The end of the
Snuff.
story. End of the story. My wife finds out. She almost breaks up, or my girlfriend at the time. She almost breaks up with me, and it was all for helping the family out, or my cousin. I regret doing it, but I was sober when I did it. So
You
there's
know-
my sober story.
You know,
There you
the
go.
code that I've lived by for my whole life, bros before hoes.
Yeah, I mean,
Sometimes you got to
see-
do what you got to do. I mean, I don't have anybody in my life I would do that for, but I'm just saying.
blood is thicker than water for family.
But-
Tyler, and again, Tyler probably could have told the story better, but actually, no, he couldn't have. He wasn't there. His
Dan-
sister probably could have told the story.
Dan
better.
says that the guy got the Doc Martin dental plan.
Where? Oh, is that my brother?
The Doc Martin.
Yeah, Dan. Okay, this story's about you.
Hey,
He's in
Dan, I
there.
wasn't really talking shit about you, buddy.
Oh,
The safety pin, that was just a generalization thing. You
See,
know.
Dan knows the story. He was probably drunk, but he was stomping on his head like I thought he was fucking dead. Yeah, the Doc Martens. Doc Martens. You ever seen a fucking
Yeah, of course.
They look
Every
like
white
Frankenstein
supremacist
shoes?
in the 90s wore them.
the Frankenstein shoes?
They had the epoxy yellowed sole.
Well, you can get those, but his were I think all black.
I doubt it.
Okay, whatever. I don't fucking
Dan,
care.
tell us, were they black soled or did they have that like the Doc Martin staple of their brand?
We'll find out in
We'll find out.
30 seconds when he hears that.
So
All right.
I also didn't have a story, but
Well, you're gonna have to make one up just like Chris did.
both of your guys' stories spurred a memory. And I have a
Really?
story of a combination of the two stories.
Oh boy, a Vegas beatdown.
Wait,
Sorta.
you got raped and then beat up in Vegas?
So, so 1 year, I'm gonna keep names and relationships out of this. But 1 year, me and somebody I know who may or may not be related to me just got married, and I also just got married. So we were
They
up-
may or may not be
Okay.
related to you.
we were up north together. We were there without our ladies, and we decided to go to the casino, which happened to have a strip club across the street from it.
Sure, you went to the strip club.
Well, we
and
went
there
to the
was a
strip club first,
and there was
yeah.
a casino across from it.
Yeah.
That was the real
Well, that's
story.
the way it ended up. But we went to the casino, ended up in a strip club. So we're about 22 at the time. And we walk in, and there's this kind of like pony wall, little knee wall you got to walk along. So when you walk in the door, you got to walk along this like 20-foot wall
Yeah.
to get up to the cashier to take your cover charge. So while you're walking across that wall to the register, you can see the girl on stage. And the girl on stage is a relatively pretty Asian woman who's dancing on stage with a relatively drunk Native American gentleman standing in front of her. And about halfway up, me and this guy are looking, we're like, oh shit. Like they got some talent up in here. And she takes her heel and kicks this guy right in the fucking throat.
For saying talent.
Damn.
No. Just like we're pretty far away from where this is happening. We can just see the stage. So we're walking in. Our first impression of this place we've never been is this beautiful Asian lady fucking heel kicks this drunk Native American gentleman in his throat, and he goes down like a sack of potatoes. We pay our cover charge, which was $20.
Getting in on this.
And we head in, and me and this guy go sit at the bar. So the girl gets done dancing, and she walks up between me and this other person. And I don't know what happened with him, but what I know is she put her hand on my leg and started inching it up toward the goods. I'm freshly married at this time. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? I grab her hand and I get it off of me. And she goes, what? She's like, what, you don't want me to touch your dick? And I said, well, I just watched you kick a guy right in the throat, and he's still laying there. And she says, oh, that guy? She said, that guy has been sticking his fingers up my pussy all night, and he hasn't even given me a single dollar. She's like, I was done with it.
That's fucking.
And me and this other guy look at each other and go, what the fuck kind of place are we in?
That's crazy.
That's a Vegas strip club is what it is.
Oh, this was up north Wisconsin
Oh,
strip
even
club.
better, dude.
Isn't that where? Yeah, that's where they're fully nude.
This
right?
is Shawano County, in case you're wondering
Even
at all.
better.
So the night continues. I'm keeping my distance from everybody who fucking works there. And the person I'm with goes and gets a lap dance. Now, I don't think race really had anything to do with it, but the girl who gave him a lap dance was over 300 pounds. Okay. She was a big motherfucker. And he came out.
Was there a section for bigger women?
From the lap dance room, and he goes, dude, can you borrow me $60? and I go, what are you talking about? He goes, she said, if I give her $125, she's going to give me the key to her hotel room. And after she gets off work, she's going to come. I can have her for the whole night. And I said, well, first off, you're freshly married, which in case you're wondering at home, they ain't married no more. I said, even if I did have the money to give you, there's not a chance in the world I would give you that money. And that person would not talk to me for the whole rest of the night. I thought I was saving their marriage, but now looking back
You would
on
have
it,
just been saving him
now
time.
looking back on it 20 years later, I should have just gave him the money and let him live his best
You
life.
know for a fact, don't you, that was not going to be her hotel room.
No,
and
God,
that
no,
was not going to be her hotel room key. That guy was going to be walking into this fucking
It was just
Shawano sleep-in, and he'd
It was
go
just
to
a-
room 9, and it was going to be some trucker who decided to get a room for the night, who's had taken the first shower he's taken in 3 weeks and wanted to get laid
Well,
himself.
I thought it was weird because it was a rusty Honda key. I don't know what that was about.
Oh,
But,
that's
I often think about that night and think about what if I would have gave him $60. Like, where would he be? Would they maybe have gotten married?
He would-
Would they maybe have children?
Little baby.
he would have suffocated underneath her. Was he a big guy?
He's not a small guy, but he was definitely smaller than a girl he was trying to solicit for sex.
All right, what's his name?
Can't tell you.
I'm just joking. I know you won't. All right, that's our 3 stories. Like I said, every Tuesday we tell a personal story, and then we don't rate it, but we decide who has the best story. So, Chris, can't pick your own. Who's the best story?
I like your story, Jay.
Thank you.
I like
Finally
your story.
a win.
A sober story.
I mean, I get one
by
from
Jay.
you. So you like the sober story because I said I was
I don't
sober?
know.
Is the only reason?
It's more the details that Dan gave me in the chat on our YouTube channel that made the story. But
All right, since you picked mine, I will go next, and I'm sorry, I'm picking Tony's.
Well,
yeah, my story
unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pick Jay's this week,
Wow, I finally get a win.
even though I didn't like it. We're just gonna put that out there. I did not like your story.
But you liked it better than Chris's, so
I
that's all
couldn't
that
come up
matters.
with a good
Slightly.
story this week.
Slightly. Okay, well, that's fine.
I typically would always favor a good Vegas story.
Mine was
But-
lame.
Had it been Chris, the one going downtown to ID these hookers, Chris would have got it for sure.
Well, great.
And for the first time this season, Jay wins absolutely nothing.
Way to go, Jay.
You know, we never talked about that death pool thing, and I wanted to mention this, and I don't.
Your people keep dying.
Yeah, and I don't want any bad vibes toward anybody, but every single person I've picked did the death pool, and we still have that list locked in a safe. We still have that known. Everyone that's been dying, I've picked. Gilbert Gottfried just passed away, unfortunately, and I picked him.
You willed that.
I picked Beethoven. Yeah. Beethoven died.
The dog?
I had him.
You picked a dog?
Beethoven. All right, what did I fucking say? Meatloaf.
Beethoven.
Yeah, they're basically the same thing.
Oh my God, where did I get Beethoven from? Holy shit. Meatloaf died. I picked him.
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget was where I won from. And then the guy who used to host Family Feud. Help me out.
Louis Anderson.
I had him.
Steve Harvey?
Louis Anderson.
Steve Harvey. Now what's going on with the display?
Dude, I'm going to have to fucking write this company.
Are we? Yeah, send them
this company.
Send them a stern
Maybe
letter.
it's this, dude. Maybe it's my ATEM. Because it's not even working on here. Okay, well, we'll fuss with it later.
And by later, we mean 10 minutes before next week's podcast.
That's true. We're not going to do the movie on YouTube Live, but the movie that what we do now is we pick 3 movies, we put in a jug or whatever, what have you, and then one of us grabs one of the picks, and then that's the movie we have to watch.
Yeah.
I put 2 good ones in that I thought were going to be decent, and then a really bad one just because I was like,
Cool.
Fuck it, whatever.
You got me on YouTube sneezing. Good work.
Oh, sorry. I don't even know where we're at now. But so Tony picked it out. He picked the 365 days. So you catch our review of that movie on Thursday. It's
Listen to the review before you watch it, though.
Don't even watch it. Just fucking listen to our review because it'll be way more entertaining than watching this movie.
You're gonna get to hear the play-by-play of the text log of the movie going on.
That was the best part. I was dying.
Way better than the movie.
Yeah, I was dying laughing about that fucking text log. We should just talk about the text log now and again on Thursday because that was hilarious. My God, this thing's on fire. But besides that, we got a lot of interesting things happening in the summer. So stay tuned. We're going on the road.
Where are we going?
I don't know yet, but we're going on the road. Somewhere. Somewhere.
It's just on.
But nowhere at the same time. That makes any sense. No?
Doesn't.
Are you talking about your trying to get people to subscribe to our podcast events?
Oh yeah, I haven't even started the punishment, and I feel.
Do we have a deadline?
No,
Chris said he didn't.
Not really. Get it
you
done.
got to put a deadline on it, otherwise it's not going to get done.
So next week I'll be here. The week after I won't. The week I come back, you should have it done.
After Labor Day?
Yeah,
3
the week
weeks.
after Labor Day. Yep.
Yeah, dude. It's
That
totally
should be
doable.
easy.
How many people we gotta get to-
5 subscriptions.
Oh, I thought it was 20.
You're such a liar.
I already got 5.
This guy's doing extra work.
He's such a liar. He lies so bad. I bet you he has not even started it. Have you?
We'll see. Yeah, I have.
No, you haven't. I swear to God, you haven't. I can see in your face.
You swear to God.
I swear to God, I can see it through your eyeballs.
You don't even love Jesus.
That's why I said I swear to God, not Jesus. All right. That's our show. Holy shit, that flow.
Thanks for tuning in. 3 Dimes Reviews. Use the number 3. Put it in your search bar. 3 Dimes Reviews. Hit like on things. Subscribe on things. Tell your friends. Thank you for listening.
Peace out.
That's all we got.